Welcome back. In the previous lecture, we have seen the open loop systems versus closed loop systems. Open loop control system and closed loop control system. And the closed loop control system considered was a feedback control system. In this lecture, we will discuss the feed forward control system, which is another type of control system. And then we will have a comparison between feedback and feed forward. And then we'll also see their combination, feedback plus feed forward, and how it is advantageous. So let us begin with the feed forward control system. So far we have not considered the disturbance that is applicable to the system. So let us consider with this. There is a system, and suppose in this output there is addition of disturbance, say d of t, and many times in many books this is directly connected to the system also for the purpose of just the simplification. And here I will have the manipulated variable. Then what I will do, I will measure this disturbance. So say measurement, or I will put here sensor. Sensor is for the purpose of measurement only. And then I will apply this to the feed forward controller. This controller is different than the feedback controller. Feed forward controller, and to this I will apply the set point, and then the control signal will be applied here. What is here? Here is the final control element, and through the final control element it is applied to the system. So what is the use of this? In the feedback control system, let us draw the feedback control system also, and then we will have a comparison. This is a controller system. Let us consider this disturbance. Even if it is there, it will be the part of output, and though it is not directly measured, but it will be measured as a part of output. And hence it will be also the part of the error. This error E of t, control signal U of t, output Y of t, disturbance D of t. This I will call U of t. Correct. Now let us see. Here the disturbance is first felt by the system because it is coming as a part of output. Then it is measured, fed back. Then it appears as a part of error, and then controller corrects it. So the effect of disturbance is first felt by the system and then it is rectified in the feedback control system. Whereas in the feed forward control system, what is done, that the important property or the model mathematical behavior or physical behavior of the system is fed to the controller, and the disturbance that is affecting the output is measured continuously. So before it is felt by the system, it is measured by the sensor, given to the controller, and controller generates the control signal, so that ideally before this disturbance affects the system, its effect is nullified, and that is why it is called as anticipatory control. Anticipatory control. But the important thing is that for this purpose, the exact know-how of the system, exact physical and mathematical behavior of the system must be known. So if there is a difference between actual system and mathematical model of the system, that is called as parametric uncertainty. If it is large in number, large in quantity, then this controller will not work properly. And this controller is purposely used for the regulation purpose. See, it has nothing to do much with the set point. For set point tracking, this is better. This is also giving the regulation dynamics. However, to cope up with the disturbances, feed forward control is better than the feedback control system. So I will write here a feed forward control system, and this is feedback, that already we know. Feedback control system. So let us have one example of this. We will consider the same example. Now we will consider the example of liquid level only. So let us consider a tank. In feedback, what is done? We have seen in the last class that we will measure the level, we will compare it to the set point, accordingly controller will give signal to the valve. But here what kind of disturbance can appear? The disturbance can be, in this case, the change in flow rate, sudden change in flow rate, which is not predicted, but there is a change. So what we will do, we will put here a flow sensor. This is a sense signal for flow sensor, and flow sensor, and then the signal of flow sensor is given to the feed forward controller, FFC. Purposely I am writing here FFC, feed forward controller. It is what I mean to say is. So this signal is connected here, and it will control. And here I will apply the set point. So this is the example. So actual output is never measured, but what is measured? Disturbance. So if you start comparing the two, the comparison is that, say, this doesn't measure disturbance directly; it measures the output. However, this measures the disturbance and not the output. Both have their own advantages and limitations. So what I can say, this is insensitive to the model errors, but this is sensitive to the model errors, because if there are model errors, this feed forward controller will not cope up with the disturbances accurately. So this is, feedback is insensitive to model errors, feed forward is sensitive to model errors. Again, feedback, if the system dynamics is slow, if the system is very slow, like say chemical reactors, slow system, motor, fast system. So for slow system, feedback system has some issues, whereas feed forward controller works well for the slower systems. This feedback can cope up with the unmeasured disturbances, because here we are not at all measuring the disturbances, so it can cope up with the unmeasured disturbances, but this is not. Unless you measure the disturbance, it cannot address. So all disturbances must be measured. Some disturbances affecting the system performance may be immeasurable. In that case, feed forward controller will not work. So what else I can say? That overall what we discussed, to get another point, no need to tabulate to write the differences, but one by one I will say. So first difference, this does not measure the disturbances, this measures the disturbances. This is insensitive to model errors, this is sensitive to model error. Feedback is insensitive to model error, feed forward is sensitive to model errors. Then feedback controller is such that it is little bit gives little bit poor performance for slow system. Feed forward controller works well for slow systems. Feedback controller can cope up with the unmeasured disturbances. However, feed forward controller cannot cope up with the unmeasured disturbances. All disturbances must be measured. Feedback controller does not need perfect model of the system. Model means mathematical model of the system. However, feed forward controller needs perfect model of the system. If the parametric uncertainty is much more, then it will not work well. Feedback control system, what happens? It first feels the effect of disturbance. Once the effect of disturbance is felt, then it is rectified. Whereas in feed forward, the effect of the disturbance is nullified before it is felt by the system. So it is first measured, and the controller is quick. Before the fluid moves here, it would be taking the correct action regarding the valve. And regarding stability, this feedback control may include some or instability, may introduce instability. As discussed earlier, stability is the issue here. We need to address it. Once we address it, it works well. But stability is not the issue for the feed forward. It will not introduce any stability in the closed loop, instability in the closed loop. So this is the comparison. Now what I will do, I will show you what to do if I want to convert the advantages of both to a system. So in that case, let me do one thing. Let me redraw this. This is feedback control. Let here I have applied the set point. Then there is a system. Output y of t. Let this be the disturbance d of t, which is added to the system. And I am measuring this output. And then I will measure the disturbance also. I will call this as sensor once again. And then I will apply it to the feed forward controller. Let this be U1 and let this be U2. Two control signals are there. So what happens? If there is no disturbance, the contribution of this will be 0 and only it will be operating in the normal mode. Output is compared with the set point, error is generated, control signal U1 is generated, applied to the system. But whenever the disturbance comes, the sensor senses the disturbance, feed forward controller takes the action, adds its control signal here to the normal control signal, which is a feedback of the control signal generated by a feedback control system, and the total signal is applied to the system. So under normal conditions or nominal conditions, that is without disturbance, this is not in picture. So this loop is working. But whenever the disturbance comes, then in addition to this will also work. So it will work in this direction and it will work in this direction, and this both will be added here to give the total control signal. So this is a feed forward control system. So what we can do here? Here we can put a sensor, level controller, then level controller, output of this feedback controller, feed forward controller and output of the level controller can be connected together, added and applied to the wall. That is possible. So here both the advantages are combined. So it is enough in this lecture. From the next lecture we will move to the mathematical modeling of the system. Why? Because everything here is superficial, and how exactly it is done? See, here it is a controller. So just a block of controller, will it work? No. Then how to design a controller? That needs mathematical model of the system. So how to do the mathematical modeling of the system, that we will see in the next lecture. And the modeling will be restricted to a continuous time, linear time invariant system. Thank you.